Doug Pederson here on the Rich Eisen Show, and some of the great stories in the book involve some of your friends and former teammates. And in that regard, Coach, do you know, is there somebody designated that you have to read this to Favre?
That's a good question. That's a good question. His wife will probably have to read it to him.
Okay. Or is there an audio version of this? Did you do the audio version?
There's no audio version yet. Okay. Because I would have to take the audio version myself. So
yeah, that's a lot of talking. You know,
it's a lot of talking.
You need your voice for game day.
Talking.
So,
that's right.
What is your favorite Favre story that I guess you could tell everybody about right now, Coach?
I think one of the biggest things that Brett and I. He loves to hunt. He loves the outdoors, and just to kind of, I guess, shed a little light on who he is and how passionate he is about hunting. He had tweaked his knee against I believe it was the Redskins at Lambeau Field, and we weren't sure if he was going to. I actually had to go in and play and finish the game, and we won the game. And I go to see him after the game, and he's in the training room. He's got a knee brace on, and I'm thinking, wow, man, maybe this is the end of the streak, or whatever it might be. I might have to prepare and get ready to play the next week, and any of that. But he's sitting there asking me that he goes, hey, be at my house at 5:30 in the morning the next day because we're going hunting. And I'm like, Brett, there's no way you're going hunting. He said, you got a knee brace. You can't walk in the woods. You can't climb a tree stand. He said, be at my house at 5:30. I says, all right, whatever. So anyway, go home after the game, and about 6 o'clock, he calls me, 6 a.m. He calls me, and I'd like, there's no way. I blew him off, and he says, where are you? I said, what do you mean, where am I? I'm in the bed. He says, we're going hunting, let's go. And I says, no, we're not. And sure enough, he had gone hunting, and he had climbed in a tree, he had his knee brace on, and just sat in a tree for several hours that next morning. And I'm sitting there going, Brett, what are you doing, dude? You got a knee that is may not make it, and you're still climbing trees. And he's like, hey, kid, he said, when you're passionate about hunting as I am, you're going to go as often as you can. So that's a little bit of who he is and what he how he comes across, and just a good old boy that he and I had a great relationship.
Maybe he had a streak going. Right? Wanted to keep the hunting streak alive. Yeah, I know.
The streak kept going.
Well,
he played the next week.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.